The National Electrical Code (NEC) has a provision in section 310.16a on that addresses conductor ampacity. It states that the allowable ampacity of conductors shall be the minimum ampacity that would be permitted by this code for the conditions of use, or that would be permitted for the next higher standard size conductor. The Canadian Electrical Code (CEC) has a similar rule in section 8.106 which states the size of conductors and switches computed in accordance with this section shall be the minimum used, except that if the next smallest standard size in common use has an ampacity not more than 5% less than this minimum, the smallest size conductor shall be permitted. Let's consider a scenario where a cable size calculation results in 551 amps. We need to determine if a 750 MCM cable with an ampacity of 535 amps can be used, or if the next largest standard size, a 1000 MCM cable, is required. Firstly, we need to understand the basic principle. The calculated current of 551 amps necessitates a conductor with an ampacity of at least 551 amps to safely carry the load without overheating. However, both the NEC and CEC provide a degree of flexibility. Secondly, both codes allow the use of a smaller conductor if its ampacity is not more than 5% less than the calculated ampacity. This is where we need to perform a calculation to verify if the 750 MCM cable meets this condition. Thirdly, to determine if the 750 MCM cable is permissible, we need to calculate the percentage difference between the required ampacity, which is 551 amps, and the ampacity of the 750 MCM cable, which is 535 amps. We do this by first finding the difference. 551 amps minus 535 amps equals 16 amps. Next, we divide the difference, 16 amps, by the required ampacity, 551 amps, which gives us approximately 0.29 or 2.9%. As the ampacity of the 750 MCM cable is only about 3% less than the calculated ampacity of 551 amps, this falls within the 5% allowance specified by both the NEC and CEC. Therefore, based on these provisions, the 750 MCM cable is permitted for this application. In conclusion, both the NEC and CEC have similar provisions that allow for the use of a slightly smaller conductor if it meets the 5% rule. In this specific calculation, the 750 MCM cable is acceptable because its ampacity is not more than 5% less than the calculated ampacity. Always consult the latest version of the NEC and CEC for the most up-to-date requirements, and consult with a qualified electrical engineer or inspector to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations.